Ondo REC Rufus Akeju removes Gatekeeper's tooth by punching him in the face. Rufus Akeju, the resident electoral commissioner, REC, of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, in Ondo State, is embroiled in a case of assault, battery and molestation of a gatekeeper simply identified as George, Alabama. Akeju, who heads the INEC office in Ondo State, was accused of punching Alabama, consequently removing his tooth. Sahara reporters gathered that Alabama, a civil servant, was recently posted to man security at the Igbatoro residential quarters of INEC in Akeju. An insider who confirmed the case to our correspondent said Akeju, pictured below, beat the gatekeeper to a pulp before removing his tooth with his fist. The insider, who pleaded not to be named, said, "The Ondo REC removed the tooth of the gatekeeper. This was after he had assaulted the man severely by also punching him in the face. He turned himself into a Lord and Mike Tyson by punching the poor gatekeeper. Just imagine, the character of such man who called himself the REC in Ondo State, and the offense of this gatekeeper was that he could not turn on the electrical generating set on time," he said. This whole issue started when electricity supply was interrupted, so the gatekeeper was instructed to put on the Perkins generating plant. Unfortunately, the security man had the problem of starting the engine, and while attempting to find the solution, Akeju was already at his back and with provocation, he hit him in the face and blood gushed out. The gatekeeper lost a tooth, and what was painful was that Akeju didn't allow him seek medical attention throughout the night, yet he was in serious pain. Also, Akeju arrested the gatekeeper after accusing him of insubordination. "I don't know if you have engaged with Akeju before, he calls himself a former ambassador, but he is very wicked and treats many of his staff like animals and slaves. If you have ever come across him, you would see all these talismanic rings on his fingers. He slaps, beats, punches and molests the staff of the commission at the Akeju office with these rings." However, family sources very close to Alabama told Sahara reporters that he had already been treated, hence he was unwilling to speak about the matter. "We have take care of him, but I just know he is not willing to talk on the issue because of his job," one said. Some staff of the commission told Sahara reporters that they had been suffering in silence. "See, it's true that the incident happened, but we cannot talk about it for fear of losing our jobs," an INEC staff member said. "This REC is a complete disaster and the worst person ever posted to the INEC office in Akeju. He assaults us virtually every day by beating and telling us to kneel down like primary or secondary school students. He is an emperor and no one can dare question his authority in the office. It is journalists like you who can help us out of this suffering in silence." The man cannot deny that he is not molesting his staff here at the INEC office in Akeju, and if he does, we are ready to open the books for him. So far our jobs will still be guaranteed. When Sahara reporters contacted Akeju on phone, he said, "Well, I don't understand what you are saying and I believe this is still a rumor because I did not assault or brutalize anyone. So, I will advise you come over to my office to seek further talks and investigation, or go and write whatever you like."